Alrighty, here it is, the Samsung Galaxy Note 3, finally available here in Canada as of October the 4th. Thank you very much. Big shout out to my friends over at Bell Mobility at the Hillside location here in Victoria, BC, where I live, for hooking me up with this. I know that it isn't exactly available for a lot of the stores out here at the moment, so thank you to those guys. That said, let's go ahead and get into it. I'm actually quite excited for this. The Samsung Galaxy Note 3 is actually a first in a lot of different areas. One more specifically that, oddly enough, I've actually been really excited about is the 3 gigabytes of RAM. That's it. I mean, I suppose we can go ahead and always take a look at the back of the box here. And I'm sure you guys are all aware of what this comes with, but this is standard procedure. So obviously we're looking at a, boy, I've even forgotten what it is. A 5.7-inch Super AMOLED HD display, full HD 1080p, baby. 13 megapixel rear-facing camera and a 2 megapixel front-facing camera. Obviously going to be coming with Android 4.3 out of the box. Thank you very much. We still have watch on, so we're going to be looking at an IR blaster, which is awesome. 2.3 gigahertz quad-core processor, Snapdragon 800 at that. That's something that we've all been waiting for a very long time. And first and foremost, another first is that the Note 3's rear-facing camera is capable of taking 4K video. 4K video! None of us can even afford those TVs yet, but it's still amazing. So let's go ahead and put that off to the side. Here it is right here. Peel off the top and boom, boom, boom. I'm bad at sound effects. So here is the behemoth of a device right here. Go ahead and take that off and peel that off. And there it is. One huge device. One thing I will mention right away that I really liked about it in my meeting with Samsung when I got a hands-on with this is that finally they decided to make it so that the S Pen, you can put it in upside down, or I guess at the moment now there is no such thing as upside down, whereas previous generations of the Notes, you had to put the S Pen in a specific way, otherwise it sticks out, and that was just a really big pet peeve of mine for past Note devices. That said, we'll go ahead and put that off to the side, and we'll see what's in the box. And take that off and open this sucker up. And of course we've got some literature here, quick start guides, warranties and stuff, which I plan on voiding quite soon in the near future. Of course we're going to have our wall charging plug wrapped in some cellophane plastic. Let's go ahead and see what the output is, which is 2 amp output. Thank you very much, Samsung. I'm liking that we're starting to move towards a higher output so we can charge our phones faster. Of course you've got this little sort of clip of some sort. It's actually, and you'll notice we've got a bunch of little tips there, and that's actually for your S Pen. So as you start wearing away your S Pen, you've got some replacements there that should last you quite some time. And of course, you've got the little tool to remove it if need be. Put that off to the side. Of course, with any smartphone, we're going to have our data cable. Though, this one's a little bit different. The Note 2 comes with USB 3.0 now. So right off the bat, I can tell you right now that this cable is considerably thicker than, say for instance, the Galaxy S4 or any other device's data cable, charging cable that I've ever touched in the past. I mean, this is huge, man. This looks like coaxial cable. And of course, and as you can see, the new USB 3.0, micro USB 3.0 head, which looks quite different. Though, that said, you'll notice if I actually cover that side of it up and the camera decides to focus eventually, you'll notice that that's actually a standard micro USB pin right there. And so, let's say, for instance, you're in an area where you don't actually have your USB 3.0 cable with you. You can still use a standard micro USB cable to plug in there and go ahead and charge up your device and do whatever it is you need to do. So that's nice. That's nice. So we'll go ahead and put that off to the side as well. And what have we got here? Some earbuds, of course, some more headphones that haven't changed much. I would like to see, and this is just such a small thing to complain about, but it would be nice to see Samsung changing their headphones a little bit in the near future, hopefully. And of course, we have our massive battery. Go ahead and pull this out. And if you're, where the heck? There used to be, oh, there it is. Oh, Jared. Oh, Jared. Okay, so back on track. Nice, huge 3200 milliamp hour battery. Huge battery. That's I mean, look at that in the palm of my hand. And I have an average hand. I wouldn't say I have a big hand or a small hand, but, you know, there it is. So it takes up most of my palm. So we'll go ahead and put the box off to the side, and we'll pull off this. And as you can see, here's the black version. As you can see, it just, I'm telling you right now, based on my experience with the white version, for some strange reason, the black version just feels a little more luxurious than the white version. So, of course, we still have our little thumb hole there. I don't know if you'll be able to see with the camera, but we can go ahead and peel it off. So there's the back and the front. It's the back of the back. Anyway, so we'll put that down. And I mean, like, look at that huge cavity to put the battery into. That's just massive. So we'll go ahead and slide that in. Of course, I'll be doing some tests later on. I still have to put my SIM card in there. So yeah, that's pretty cool. Okay, let's button that sucker back up. Bloop, 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 bloop. Do the little backdoor dance with Galaxy devices, as I'm sure you are all familiar with. Go ahead and power it on. We'll wait for that to fire up. Alrighty guys, so here it is, all fired up, ready to go. Yeah, first impressions of holding it, yeah, it's really nice to hold in the hand. It doesn't feel like I'm holding a tablet. It doesn't feel like I'm holding a phablet. It just feels like I'm holding a large smartphone. So they've, you know, I like how they've extended it, elongated it instead of just making it wider, which was a really, really wise decision. But it feels really nice to hold in the hand. You know, weight-wise, yeah, okay. I mean, you can still tell it's a plastic phone. It's no HTC One, let's put it that way, but it's still a really nice feeling phone to hold. Obviously, because I don't have any applications loaded up and I haven't loaded up the cache and everything like that, it's going to be really, really smooth right now. So what you're seeing right now is not obviously indicative of day-to-day performance. Though, that said, Snapdragon 800 processor clocked at 2.3 gigahertz with 3 gigs of RAM. I will be surprised if I see any lag on this device. That said, that's what I said with the S4, and I still saw screen redraws anytime I went from an application. Not all the time, but from time to time, from an application back to the home screen, we would get some screen redraws. Obviously, standard TouchWiz stuff, everything that we're familiar with in the S4 is here. If I can go ahead and put the phone back in the frame again. All kinds of stuff here. Let's go ahead and check out the applications drawer. There's widgets. Because the display is so large, all the applications that come with the device fit on one screen. That might also be due to the different folders that Samsung's decided to create for us beforehand. So going through these folders down here, the Samsung specific folder, you've got Bloomberg, Calculator, a bunch of stuff, Group Play. Of course, you've still got your S Health and S Translator. Of course, you've got Action Memo. Watch On, because we do have a infrared blaster up there at the top. Our Knox application, quick access to that. Backing out of there, go ahead into Galaxy Plus. Flipboard is actually something interesting that they showed me at the demonstration meeting there. They've done, it's been updated, and it does look considerably nicer. So, but we'll be doing some videos perhaps on that in the future. Maybe. Sketchbook, that's interesting. I don't think I got a chance to play with this, connecting to a server. Okay, so this is for people who really want to get artsy about stuff. Obviously, I'm assuming by these, this is what some artist ended up creating with the device itself, which is quite impressive. Let's go ahead and pull out the S Pen, which I'm actually really liking. I think I mentioned before during the unboxing of the device itself, but you can actually put it in two different ways. That way, and of course, flip it over so the button's facing upwards and put it that way as well. And it all fits in, whereas before, that wasn't the case. There was a specific way you had to put it back in, otherwise it would end up sticking out and get jammed up. Pulling out the S Pen presents us with this really nice pie window that apparently disappears. There we go. So we've got Action Memo, we have Scrapbooker, Screen Write, S Finder, and Pen Window. Now, something interesting that I haven't been able to recreate, go ahead and try again if I go. Nope, it's not working for me. So basically what I was trying to do there is, you guys are familiar with the multitasking abilities of these devices. You're going to open up, like, holy, with all that. Anyways, so you can have two applications running on the display at one time. Now, what the guy was showing me is that he's actually drawing new windows and opening up applications in those windows. So you can actually have, basically, technically speaking, up to 5 apps running on your display at the same time, which looked really, really cool to me. I thought that was awesome, and that's just proving more and more the types of, or the level of multitasking that we can do with Android. And you know, speaking with my buddy Sam Pullen, you guys are aware of him, and he said that when he had them open and running, he didn't notice the phones bogging down at all. It handled it like a champ. So I'm really excited to start testing that out myself. I can tell you right now, swiping around across the display, the tip of the S Pen feels a lot more. The friction is a lot better. It doesn't feel like I'm skating across ice anymore while wearing tennis shoes. It feels really, really nice. It actually feels like I'm writing with a real pen on a piece of paper, if that's any indication. So I'm impressed with that. Let's go ahead and tuck that away for now. Let's go ahead and jump into the settings menu. And of course, we can pull that down and gain access to all of our other quick toggles and so on, or whatever they are. We're on controls. This is something I plan on playing around with a bit. I've always been interested in the different bells and whistles that Samsung includes in their devices, though not always working the way that at least I'm expecting them to work. That said, you know, it's a new device, so we'll see what happens with these. So I'll be maybe doing a video on that in the near future. Anything else in here that we might want to take a look-see at? Not really. So everything's pretty standard as you would expect. If any of you guys have a Galaxy S4, you're probably quite familiar with this menu. General, yeah. So everything's pretty much the same. Go into About Device, and of course, we have Android version 4.3. Anyways, guys, I think I'm going to leave off with it here. Let's go ahead and check for a quick update. Do we have any updates? Updates? Wouldn't that be amazing if I got some crazy update right now? No, all right. Anyways, guys, that's basically it for the unboxing. I don't want to drag this out too long. First impression of the device, I'm impressed. I mean, I'm sure as time goes on, it's really hard to give you an opinion, you know, 10 minutes into owning the device or playing with it. But I can tell you, based on the specs on sheet, on paper, this is going to be an impressive device. The hardware on it is absolutely phenomenal. 4K camera. Or sorry, a 13 megapixel camera capable of taking 4K video, Snapdragon 800 processor, 3 gigabytes of RAM, a 5.7 inch full 1080p Super AMOLED HD display. I mean, really, this is a nice device. Anyways, guys, that's it for now. Stay tuned for more videos. I plan on doing some video recording tests with the 4K video and 1080p as well, as some other various things that we might play around with. And of course, stay tuned for the full review on that as well as ROM reviews. That's what it's all about, baby. Them ROM reviews and how to root videos. So expect those in the future as well. Anyways, guys, thanks for watching as always. If you stuck around this long, go ahead and click that likes button down below if you appreciate the video. And if you're new to the channel, maybe consider subscribing for more videos like this one in the future. Yeah, that's basically it. We'll see you soon, guys. Cheers.